Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. So today I have a collective Goodwill haul from the past week. I apologize if this lighting sucks. I decided to film this after work and it's already like dark out, so the joys of winter. If you're new here, I'm a part-time reseller on Poshmark. I post weekly thrift hauls of stuff that I list and stuff that I keep. And so let's just get on with it. The first thing I'm gonna share is actually not something I thrifted. This is something my friend gave me to sell for her. They're a pair of Chacos, and I love selling Chacos. They do really, really well for me, but they're super, super seasonal. So I've noticed over the past few years, anytime I've sold Chacos, they sell for me in like May, June. I don't know if these are gonna sell this time of year. Maybe just someone in Florida or something. Someone who's going on vacation. I don't really know. The other thing with these is that they're a size 5. These are freaking tiny. So I don't know if I came across these in a thrift store, I don't know that I'd pick them up because they're a size 5. But they're in really good condition. They're my friends, so I figured I would sell them for her. We'll see how they do. But normally Chacos sell in like the $30 to $60 range for me. These have a little bit of gunk on the bottom, so I listed them I think at 40, but I don't know, they're pretty cute. They're I think it's called the Z3. They have like the 3 straps across the toes. Since we're on the theme of shoes, let's keep going with the shoes. These are a pair of APLs. I had a pair of APLs that I thrifted from Plato's Closet, and they actually were in my closet for quite a while. They were listed at $140, which was right around what everyone was listing them at. And I think they sold for like $120 or $100, something like that, which I was very, very happy with. They were the exact same kind, Check Loom Wave. And these ones are a size 10.5, and they're women's. So they're a little bit on the bigger side, but because they're only $10.99, I decided to get them, and maybe I'll just list them for a little bit lower. But APLs, I don't know, they seem to have a really high resale value. I mean, they sure retail for a lot, but I have come across this brand at the thrift store before. I've left them behind before just because it took so long for them to sell, but for $10.99 and like $100, I'll sit on them for a little while just to get that good profit. Okay, next up, if you follow me on Instagram, I made a reel about this, and I would love, hi Cosmo. He's huffing and puffing that dragon breath all over me. Anyway, I would love to know who's out here spending $980 on shoes and donating them. But I found these at Goodwill for $14.99. So funny story about these, it was actually packed. It was the weekend before Halloween, which like, I don't really love the thrift store around Halloween time, except Halloween day is the day to go apparently. There was no one there. But I saw these and I saw the tag. I don't know how well you can see that, but it's like a rectangle. It looks very plain, but a lot of times like higher end brands have a tag that looks like this, and I'm trying to share it. I'm sorry, it's not the most clear. You can kind of see the tag, I guess, there. But a lot of times higher end brands will have a tag that looks like that. And so I decided to like just look it up. They look very unassuming, right? And it turns out these retail for $980, which is insanity. So if you find this brand and I don't even know how to pronounce it. I'll probably pop it up here or something like that. But if you find this is like high-end stuff right here. Like, yeah, I was shook that like in a place that crowded, I was able to find sneakers nonetheless, that retailed for $1,000 basically, like with tax and everything, it was over $1,000. I'm scared to list those because I know nothing about that brand. We'll see how much I end up listing them for. It seemed like the comps were like 150 to 200, so nothing insane, but don't hold me to it. I'm gonna research it a little bit more and see what those end up going for. Okay, at that same Goodwill, I saw this sweatshirt and I know nothing about vintage sportswear or anything like that. There was this Nike crew neck, and there was actually a Nike windbreaker that looked promising, but I ended up putting it back because it had like some stains on the front, and I just don't know about vintage Nike to pick it up. But this was $12.99, and the only reason why I got this was because I went to ThriftCon with my sister a couple of years ago, and people were selling like this exact same style of sweatshirt for like anywhere from $60 to $100, and I was absolutely shook because I'm like, what is this even? It's just like a plain old crew neck, nothing special. But I noticed that it said it was made in the USA, which, y'all, I don't know too much about Nike, but I kind of felt like that meant that this was kind of old. And again, this just looked like some of the old vintage sweaters that people were selling at ThriftCon. It looked like the comps for this were more in the $50 range, but I seriously saw some that were like $120. So I don't know. Again, I didn't really research this, but if you know anything about like vintage Nike, or if you want to help a girl out, this is what the tag looks like. I'll probably end up doing like a Google search on it just to see like how much this is worth, if it's worth anything at all. But it's an extra large, which is a great size. I know a lot of people prefer to have their crew necks and hoodies oversized, so that's why I spent a little bit of extra on that. I got this yesterday at Goodwill, and yesterday was Halloween, which, if you don't like crowds at Goodwill, Halloween day is the day to go. There was like not a single soul in there. The only reason why I went there was because I was trying to pick up some pizza and it was taking a while, and so yeah. But I got this intimately free sweater from Free People. This is in great condition. It was $10 and then it was 30% off on top of that. It is a deep V. It's a wool blend, which is great. I feel like wool, anything, wool, silk, fabrics like that do well for me. But it looked like this was going for around like $40 to $60 on Poshmark. So I decided to grab it. This is a size extra small, which feels really big. Like it's like a sweater dress, but that's the look, I guess. All right, this was a brand I had never heard of before. It's called Indena. I think they go by Eva now. It's a brand they sell at Moose Jaw. And the comps for this looked really good. It was like on par with Lululemon. $50 to $60 for this dress was kind of the going rate, it looked like. Again, never had heard of it before, but the fabric felt really nice. It felt convincing. The only thing is, when I got home, I realized there's kind of like a rip in the pockets, or like on the pocket, which kind of sucks. I really don't enjoy selling damaged items. They don't do that well for me. And the other problem with this is that this isn't like a brand that comes up on its own on Poshmark. It's like an unknown brand, basically. So if this sells, I could see this selling on like eBay or something like that, because I don't know how many people are searching for this brand, but the comps were good. And I think this was $5.99. So that's why I decided to get it and just see. It's definitely not the season for it, so I don't think it's gonna be like flying off the shelf at this very moment. All right, I found this pretty much immediately as I walked into the Goodwill, and if you know about these pants. They're from Lululemon. I'm pretty sure these are the dance studio pants is what they're called, or some form or variation of it. Okay, wow, look at this. Clearly there's a theme here. So I found this pretty much immediately when I walked in. I've never found this color before, and I kind of feel like this is a more recent color that Lululemon came out with, but it has the logo right there. And this was only $6.99, and usually I can flip this style of pants for like $60 in a week or two. And my last two sales were actually Lululemon, so I'm all about picking up Lululemon right now. These are like basically brand new. Like these do not look worn. Even the rip tag, which usually falls off so easily, is still on. So I was so excited to find these, especially because I was just in Goodwill to like kill time. I really didn't think I was gonna find anything because I was literally in there for like 20 minutes. So if you find this style of Lululemon pant, buy it. I will pay up for these pants. I'll pay like 20 bucks for those pants because I just know that they will sell. All right, we're almost getting to the end here. This is a pretty small haul. This is a totally new to me brand. I don't even know where I heard of this the first time. I feel like I heard about it on like a neighbor swap page, like clothing swap. But this is the brand American Giant. It's made in the USA, size extra small. And I feel like I got ads for it. I don't even know. But this is like a long sweater dress type situation. And it looked like the comps for this were like $60. So I was pretty excited to find this. I've never found this brand before. I don't know, again, I don't know where I've heard of this before, but I feel like people have said that this is like a fast seller for them. I don't know, but this was only $8.99. So I'm very excited to get this listed and get it sold because it seems like it's a bolo. I don't know. Let me know if you've heard of this brand because I've never found it. I've heard of it. I've heard good things about it, but we'll see how it actually does. Okay, last but not least, I found this Fossil bag. I only ever found Fossil like 1 or 2 other times, and it actually does pretty well for me. I do know that this bag, or like Fossil bags, are sold a lot at Marshall's and TJ Maxx, but I don't know. I feel like because it's leather, people will still pay for it. I don't know. I have this listed for I think like $40 to $50, and it originally retailed for almost $300, which is a lot. I only paid $6 for this, and it's really, really cute. I feel like, I don't know, crossbodies aren't as in as they used to be, but they're so practical that like this would be great for travel. So I was still very excited to find this. I will pick up some Fossil. Sometimes it's in not the best condition, so I'll leave it behind. But this one I was like, okay, you're cute. You basically look new, so you're coming home with me. All right, well, that is everything I got at the thrift store this last week. I know it's not much, but I'm trying to cut back because sales are better, but they're not as great as they used to be. So I'm not coming home with like bags and bags of stuff. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, leave me a comment down below, subscribe, and I will see you all next week with another thrift haul.